Before I begin tonight's tale about a little town in Virginia, let me tell you first about Amazon. Now, if you're like me, you always want to find a good deal on something that you need, and Amazon has plenty of deals to choose from. Just click on my description below, and it will take you to the website, and there you can shop freely and no doubt find whatever it is you're looking for. But tonight, on to our tale about the Wampus cat. As a young man, I lived in a small town in Virginia. It was my first year out of college, being a park ranger. Now I loved the woods and grew fond of hiking when not at work. I heard many old legends and tales while working there. Never believed any of them. That would soon change. The nightmares that haunt me would begin. It was getting late one day, and my shift was almost over. I was making my last rounds of patrol when another ranger called on my walkie. Someone reported a mountain lion sighting. Now, mountain lions are very dangerous creatures. They are very strong, fast, and quiet. And anything that's crouching can be mistaken for prey. And when they find their prey, they attack quietly and without mercy. Their great sharp canines will pierce whatever part they get close to, whether it's a neck or a skull. Their great claws hold the victim in place, while they do their best to kill it, so they may feed upon the flesh. So probably the worst thing a ranger could hear is that a mountain lion is close to my area that I patrol. I did notice some tracks while looking for the big cat. But these tracks, although no doubt belonging to a big cat, was different, for they were the size of a bear, which is a lot bigger than the largest mountain lion. You could tell how heavy the animal was by the way the track sank into the mud. But alas, I never did find anything else of that particular animal. I went back to the station, but felt like I was being watched and followed. Although I never saw anything in the woods, I knew I was not alone. That was the first time I experienced anything scary in the woods. But it will not be the last. Almost a year later, to the day, me and the creature would finally meet. I received a call from the campgrounds. A large cat had been shot. The witnesses claimed a strange-looking mountain lion had threatened their camp. It left a blood trail into the woods, no doubt from being shot, and the bullet finding its mark. My weapon in hand, I followed the trail. The trail that came to the end in front of a large river. And as I looked for a way across, I was surprised from the noise I heard behind me. I spun around on my heel, my gun in hand, and what I see will always haunt me in my memories. It had 4 arms and 2 strong legs. Brown fur covered its entire body. I stand at 6 foot, and this thing easily made me look small. The giant cat stood on its hind legs. It looked at me with bright green eyes. Eyes that looked human, not feline. It growled as it walked toward me, sharp teeth soaked in something dark and wet. Scared and fearing for my life, I shot it with my .45. It made the creature stagger, but did not fall down. I shot it left leg, and that's when it fell on 4 strong limbs. The sound was a mix of a woman's scream and a wolf's howl. And that's when it leaped at me, as I dove into the bushes, shooting again. Getting up, I ran back to the camp, told everybody to immediately pack up and leave. And before I could turn around, brown fur bolted from the tree line, taking me to the ground. I had a clip of 10 rounds, and I emptied the entire clip into the creature's gut as it finally rolled off me. Then it crawled back into the woods, the dark shadows it came from moments ago. I looked, but apparently the trail went cold. I don't know if I killed that thing or not. I've been here 3 years since that day, and yet to see it again. But I always have my gun on me now. And at night, I swear, whether I'm awake or asleep, I hear the haunting sound of that demon screaming for me in the middle of the night. Welcome to the Shadowlands.